Hey, good morning. We're back on the NCT. It has been 3 weeks since we left off at the Croton Dam. We are back. We have started the dam to dam section. You can hear there's a sharp-shinned hawk flying back and forth over us, being chased by crows. So it's like there's like a bird symphony happening around us. So we've just started the dam to dam route at Croton, the southern end. This is Manistee National Forest section of the hike. This is a super different stretch of the NCT compared to what we have been doing. We basically have about 140 trail miles heading north from here. There's a few road walks thrown in there, but it's mostly good old beautiful northern Michigan forests. We are going to do this weekend about 65 miles over 2 days. We're backpacking, so this will be the first backpacking outing of our NCT in Michigan section hike this year. So we're excited. It's beautiful weather. It's supposed to be really nice this weekend. Sort of mid 50s and low 30s for lows. So yeah, we're on the trail.
Hey, good morning. I know Joe already gave the introduction, but I just wanted to show a sign that is pretty iconic on this trail. It is the "Trespassing is the best way to meet the Lord" sign. This person is pretty serious about not wanting people to trespass. So, of course, I try never to trespass, but here's the trail. It's a little chilly this morning, but it's perfect blue sky, so it'll start getting warmer soon. Hey, we are still hiking the North Country Trail. Surprise, surprise. We just met a trail volunteer, Jim Schreiber. He was out adjusting the trail and making a new path to protect the wildlife, or to protect the trail and the ground. It's amazing. It's so good to see volunteers out here. This is what the trail looks like. All right, we're taking a quick break at a swamp. Maybe I should say marsh. It's really beautiful. Joe's taking a photo, and I'm making my hiker pad thai. So that means I've got my thing with ramen noodles, a little bit of true lime, some peanut butter, and the sriracha, but I already my sriracha packed in my trash thing. And I'm just gonna pour some water in that and wait about, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. Then it'll be delicious pad thai. I mean, maybe not perfectly delicious. I like to also sprinkle some honey roasted peanuts or cashews on top to make it feel a little bit even more special. So that's what I'm having for lunch today. Here's the swamp. And last time we were here, probably in, I can't remember, maybe June, something like that. This was covered in water. I think there must have been a beaver dam or something, but this was like, it was probably ankle or knee depth water. So kind of interesting how the trail changes over time. All right, it's been about 45 minutes since I made my hiker pad thai, and here it is. It's really tasty. So we're about 20 miles into our hike today. It is just stunning here. Just wanted to give a quick update and show where we were. We're on the new bypass of White Cloud. So this used to be a little shorter, but it was a road walk. And well, White Cloud is really cool. The road walk was not the greatest. It was just really busy. So it's really nice to be in this peaceful, beautiful pine garden, tree garden, that's what I call it. All right, there's the trail. All right, we are on the new boardwalk that they made. It is incredible. It still smells like timber.
Thank you, NCT volunteers.
Yes, thank you, NCT volunteers. Agree. It is stunning. And if we were not on the boardwalk, we'd probably be walking on kind of a boggy area. This is amazing. I wish you could smell it. It smells phenomenal. There's Joe getting a photo. Okay, we're at the White Cloud Junction, and you can see the information there. And we're gonna head back on the North Country Trail. We're about 22 miles in, and so we're finally in our first white cedar kind of marsh area. Pretty nice. There's the swamp, or the marsh, and the white cedars. And we're walking on this boardwalk, which is really nice. So you don't have to walk through the actual marsh. That's beautiful. Actually, that looks like a...
It's a skunk cabbage.
Skunk cabbage, yep. There it is. It's not often that you see daffodils in the middle of the trail, but wow, look at these. Oh my gosh, somebody planted a whole bunch of tulips. Huh. Look at that tulip. Well, that's pretty cool. Joe walking in the daffodils.
Improbable.
It is. I mean, somebody definitely planted those. See the tulips?
Oh, it sure did. One of the cool things about this stretch of trail is that there are these very arid sections. This is one of them. Actually, it's kind of funny because over here there's a marsh. It's a permanent marsh, no doubt. And over here, where it's much more arid, there are prickly pear cactus.
They've kind of been trampled on.
Yeah, they have been trampled on, actually, and we haven't really been looking for them, but there's a lot of, like, anytime that the area is this sort of open oak, along with this, we learned earlier, what is called,
Reindeer.
is it reindeer moss?
That's what he called it. Hey, we're 28 miles in and taking a little rest. Well, I am. Joe's actually taking a photo. We should be coming to Mina Stream pretty soon, where we're gonna hopefully have our camp dinner, which is pretty exciting. I'm getting really excited about it. We're having refried beans with Fritos. Yum. I did forget the coconut oil that I was going to put in it, which would make it a little creamier, but oh well, maybe next time. All right, here is what Joe's doing right now. Getting a photo of that beautiful tree garden over there. All right, it is getting a little darker, a little colder, and we just saw a really cool chrysalis on the trail on a serviceberry tree. So I just wanted to show you because I think it's kind of cool. There's the serviceberry, and there's the chrysalis. I don't really know what kind it is, but pretty awesome. I think we also saw the other thru hiker, or somebody who's doing, going from Croton Dam to Mackinac. All right, so we have found our campsite. We're about 33 miles in. Here's Joe. He's gonna set up the campsite. I'm gonna go grab some water at Mina Lake. But what a beautiful, beautiful campsite.
Mina Lake.
Ah, Mina Stream, Mina River, Creek. So I'm gonna go grab some water while Joe sets up camp. Distributing duties, kind of cool. Right, so I'm at Mina Stream. This is what it looks like. It's really quite beautiful. I got my water filled. My hands are a little cold, but it'll be okay. There's some people camping, and the fire looks lovely. So I'm gonna run back to the campsite. It'll be about 33 miles for the day. So here we are at our campsite. Joe is warming up the water for the beans and rehydrating. And I've got my booze sitting there.
Beans and whiskey.
Beans and whiskey, baby. Here's our Gossamer Gear 2 bag tent. Tent. Here's our setup. Yeah, I'm not really going to go into all of it, but there it is. And the rest of our stuff.
This is our first backpacking, or our first camp night on our NCT section hike in 2021.
That's right.
Pretty exciting.
How exciting. All right, I'm gonna sit down and have some beans. And today, I think we both brought fire sauce from Taco Bell. Fancy. And some powdered cheese from Wisconsin.
I actually got the hot sauce. The reason that we have so many of the fire sauces is because on one of the way back from one of the driving back to Chicago, somebody passive aggressively gave me like
You're like,
10
please,
I was
extra
like,
sauces.
give me a bunch of sauce, and she threw like 4,000 sauces in there.
Maybe
so
that wasn't passive aggressive. Maybe she just knew what you needed.
maybe she,
All right, time for beans for me. Bye, y'all. Good morning. We are Sunday, and we are hiking. We started off with like a little bit of night hiking or really early morning hiking. So we've been going for about somewhere near 2 hours. I don't know how many miles. I can't take off my glove to see my watch right now. But it's really beautiful. Right now we're in this oak savanna, and the sun is starting to come up. It's really beautiful, but kind of chilly, hence my classy outfit. Hey, good morning. We're at Leaf Lake. That's what it looks like. It's been a beautiful morning so far. It was pretty cold. In fact, my first try at making my video, my GoPro battery died, so I'll see if that works. We are on the hiker trail, and it's one of the old North Country Trail emblems. So it's a beautiful morning. We've come, I think, about 16 miles. Oh, I'm sorry, 15 miles. We've got 36 today, so still have quite a while to go, but it's probably 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30. Anyway, it's really beautiful. A little hillier than expected. It started off really cold, but it's warmed up. Just really enjoying the day. Trail's gorgeous. Hey, we decided to stop and have a hot lunch today. So we are stopped at the lake. There's a bunch of sand cranes serenading us. We have taken off our shoes to kind of let our feet aerate. Get a little better. And you can see the lake over there. It's quite nice. Hey, I just wanted to mention that there's lots of campsites along this area. This is what the trails look like. So yeah, there's lots of campsites along the way today. Some of them are kind of close to the road, so, you know, may not be your preference, but they're here. We are starting to see some of the infamous black flies in Michigan. We just started today seeing them near the streams. So next time we come, we will definitely need to have our head net. If you are out here doing the NCT, make sure you know what time the black flies are out, and pay attention to that, because it can make your trip less pleasant if you don't have the right stuff, which is I think a head net helps out a lot, and a hat that has a full brim, and also, you know, you might want to permit in your stuff, although there are questions about if that's a good thing or not. So I would just know what you're doing if you get that, and yeah, be prepared.
This is my favorite tree. Forest bathing.
Joe's really missed the white cedars.
This is my favorite tree. Smells really good.
This is the Ed Chapel boardwalk. In recognition of his vision and unfailing dedication to the maintained and improvement of the spirit of the woods section of the North Country Trail, this part of the trail will henceforth be known as the Ed Chapel Boardwalk. This is a mighty boardwalk. I should read up on Ed Chapel because it's amazing. And this area is beautiful too. We were just talking about how different it feels. We were missing the white cedars a lot because they do smell really great. But look at this boardwalk. Spirit of the Woods chapter. We've seen them somewhere else too.
This is really strange. This is a different kind of swamp.
Yeah. We've been learning more and more about the wetlands and how important they are. I mean, I know that, but like actually being in them and seeing them, like they're amazing. And also, I don't know, I used to think they were smelly and gross, but they smell wonderful. Kind of like the mountain scent in laundry detergent, we decided.
I think that's the white cedar.
I think it might be the white cedar. Anyway, it's really beautiful. We've seen lots of woodpeckers, and you can see where they live right there. And then here's the white cedar. Oh, look at the flowers. We've seen many, many bees happily getting their pollen. And they've been going to those little flowers and then also all of the serviceberry flowers. Oh wow, different kind of swamp. Or wetland. Beautiful. Wetlands. Very cool. Here on Manistee National Forest.
Did you hear the owl?
No.
Another owl in the middle of the day. We need to look up what that means, what the omen is.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we just found one of the parking lots, I guess. I thought it was going to be a hiker box, but there's not one here. A trail to adventure. They do say no overnight camping. So I don't know if that's the same as overnight parking or not. I should find out. So no hiker box. They often have them kind of past the trail or past the parking lot.
Yeah.
Just so I guess they don't get people who just go to the parking lot.
Didn't mess with me.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I was assuming that that's what it was.
This is still the Spirit of the Woods area. We've seen like maybe 10 garter snakes. They're all out sunning themselves. I didn't realize they kind of look gray in the spring more than shiny black. I mean, they're still definitely pretty black, but they're not quite as shiny yet. Maybe that's what happens in the spring. I forgot to mention we're about 7 miles from the car. So we've got about 7 more miles to go. It's about 2 hours. So it'll be good. It's been amazing backpacking time. Kind of forgot how much I enjoyed backpacking because we've been doing all the van campings, which is awesome too. We're also preparing for the Allegheny 100. It's like a 100-mile backpacking extravaganza. I don't know what to call it. Joe and I are going to try to do the 100. So we're kind of making sure we've got our systems in place and we're ready to do it. Look at that lake. Hey, we just went by the 76th Street trailhead and we are pretty close to our van. I'm not exactly sure how far, maybe 4 miles. I just wanted to show the trail right now. There it is. We're getting ready to come into a really pretty part. We've done this part before, a couple, maybe last year. Anyway, it's very, very pretty. We are probably a little less than 5 miles away from the car. And we're going through a little marsh area. If you come here at other times of the year, it might be a little wetter, so you might have muddy shoes. We just went through this kind of odd little area where you were maybe on a 6-foot easement, and there were there were 2 fences on either side of you in private property. But I'm really glad that it worked out that we were able to make it through, because that would be a real pain to have gone around. So I always like it when you come into a cedar area. There's some hemlocks too. And just a minute ago we were in Sterling Marsh. So this is what it looks like. Feels very cool in here. This section is managed by the Spirit of the Woods Association, which is part of the NCT, the North Country Trail Association. I can see why they call it that. We're about 2 miles from the car. Getting super excited because we're probably going to stop at Culver's or maybe Taco Bell. I'm getting a little hungry, so super excited. Yay! Hey, we're almost to Bowman Trailhead, and there's just so many of these streams that I'm not sure I've actually filmed because we've been getting water and doing other things. So I just wanted you to see how beautiful.
It doesn't have a name because really what it is a waterway between 2 marshes.
So you probably didn't hear Joe, and he said this was actually a waterway between 2 marshes. The water in them is so good. We've been putting it in the Sawyer squeeze, and it tastes very good and sweet. There it is. We are almost to the van. This weekend we did about 65 or 66 miles. We backpacked, and it was a great time. First time to do that on this section hike of the NCT in Michigan. I think we're going to do it more often now. So we're back on the NCT in 2 weeks. We're taking a time off, and we're going to go visit some friends in the Kettle Moraine in Wisconsin. Maybe go talk to my sister. So it should be really exciting. All right, see you in a couple weeks.